Hey guys, good morning. My name is Christian and this is Kogen Sunday Service. We want to thank Bowie, Rob, and Matt for their support in getting these videos out all over the internet, out on the Facebook page. So guys, thank you so much for all that you do. We especially want to give a special shout out to everybody who made the shrimp roll, our kids open scrimmage yesterday, a wild success. There were lots of kids there, and it's always great to see the future of jiu-jitsu. It's spiritual defense. That's our theme, and the spiritual defense theme has three parts. The first is to defend ourselves against apathy, against fear, against depression. It's to disarm the powers and forces of darkness, the lies that they tell, the things that hold us back and keep us down. And lastly, it's to defeat those powers and walk in freedom and victory. This week, we're going to be talking about sacrifice. You know, when I think about combat sports and I think about what it takes to be involved in combat sports, there is always sacrifice. It may be a sacrifice in the concept of diet, what you eat, what you take in, the things that you do. It may be a sacrifice in terms of activity, what you do on your off time, how much more cardio you do, what you do to train and stay in shape as you train in your sport, whether it's Muay Thai, whether it's Jiu-Jitsu, whether it's MMA, but all of those things lend themselves to sacrifice. It's really the sacrifice of our physical bodies sometimes, right? That's what tape is for. It holds everything together until we get better, and we'll see how that works because many of us are using quite a bit of tape. When we think about this in the spiritual realm, sacrifice is something that goes completely well with our spiritual lives. In order to attain levels of spirituality, in order to attain levels of higher understanding, a sacrifice must be made. Sometimes it's the behavior patterns that we deal with. Sometimes it's our habits that we have. Sometimes it's the things, those addictions, those cycles that we go through that we have to seek God and ask Him to break. All of those things require sacrifice, which means not doing one thing so we can do another. This is never more true than in the gospel story of God's word, the Bible. The sacrifice that Jesus made, that He laid down His life for us, that if we ask Him to come into our hearts, if we ask Him to forgive us of our sin, if we ask Him to change and transform our lives, His promise in His word is that He will save and rescue us. The sacrifice that He made makes all the difference in our lives because of what He has done. When we sacrifice then with the people around us, they see an image of God. They see an image of servanthood. They see an image of love. So I want to encourage you this week to consider this idea of sacrifice. Sacrifice is one of those things that nobody likes talking about, nobody likes dealing with, but it is imperative to the spiritual walk. I hope this video, I hope this time has made you think. It's challenged the way that you think or made you think about the way that you're living or what you're doing in the best possible way, because at the end of the day, we want everyone to be the best version of themselves they can be. I want to thank you guys again for joining me here. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the mats this week. If you want to get in touch with me, my name, my email is popped down below. You can always find me on Facebook. Beyond that, you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching and have a good Sunday.